Once again, we're in our more dimensioning.dwg file. And I want to show you some more dimensioning techniques as we've worked through this particular chapter. In order to do that, I'd like you just to double click on the wheel again to zoom extents. And you'll remember in previous videos, we created this hot desking area here. Zoom in and get nice and close like so, but just make sure you've got a bit of space underneath the hot desking area here like so. Now, what we're going to do is we're basically going to utilize a thing called automatic dimensioning. It's a really nice feature in AutoCAD. You can find it here on the Dimensions panel on the Annotate tab. It's this dimension icon here. It creates multiple types of dimensions within a single dimension command session. You'll also notice on the Home tab on the ribbon that the dimension command is available in the Annotation panel too. I'm going to go from the Annotate tab though, because I've got all of my dimensioning tools available there. So I click on Dimension and I come into the drawing area. Now remember, from the Dimensions panel in the Annotate tab on the ribbon, you can make sure that your dim layer override is in place, which should be A010D_dim. Just check that it is, just to make sure it hasn't changed from the previous video. Now, here's the lovely thing. Normally, when you're creating a dimension, let's say a linear dimension, you have to click on the two origin points and then pick a point where the dimension goes. In this particular case, you're using the object rather than the origin point. So if I hover over this line here, can you see it's automatically realizing, linear dimension, it's a line. So what I do is I select the line to specify the extension line's origin. As soon as I do that, look at that. I've got a dimension. It's 2 clicks. I can do the same again. Let's do it here. There's another 1819. I come down. Now, the nice thing is using my object snaps, I can line them with the endpoint there and click, and I can get them all to line up. Look how quick this is. 1 click. Come down here, line up with the endpoint, click. And another click on this line. It's a little bit longer because it's going out, remember, to that external wall where we needed the extra hot desking space. It's all of about 80 millimeters bigger, but don't worry too much. And we'll go to the endpoint and click there. Enter to finish. Look at how quick and easy that is using that dimension command. Now, it doesn't just have to be linear dimensions either. Let's zoom out slightly. And you can see that we've got an ellipse there, for example. Let's go and see what happens with that. Let's go up to dimension. And if I hover over this, you can see there's a center point. If I click there, it automatically creates, can you see, a distance there going from the center, like so. So what it's got there is a second extension line origin. So if I come to there and click there, you'll see I've got a distance there from the center out to the edge of the minor axis. Click there. We now know that that minor axis, the radius of that minor axis, is 750. Quick and easy. Now, the other thing I can do here is if I right click, I can also specify what type of dimension I want. So if I go to angular now, it says select arc, circle or line. So if I went for this line here and this line here, there's my 90 degrees. I'll zoom in and get that placed, come out slightly. Let's just get it there like so. There's my 90 degrees like so. And I'll press enter now to finish. So can you see how quick that is? You're not having to worry about basically origin points of linear dimensions and so on. It's all based on objects rather than points. So the benefit you have there is you can go and select an object. AutoCAD knows how long that line is, what the radius is, what the angle is. All you've got to do is specify the objects that form that particular dimension. So that dimension command, known as automatic dimensioning, is really quick and easy, especially when you've got a group of dimensions like I did with the hot desks there, the 1819 and the 1894. Really makes your life a lot easier because it's just a case of click, 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 rather than origin, origin, place dimension. Then repeat the dimension command that you need, which would be linear, and then origin, origin, and place dimension again. So use your automatic dimensioning. Make sure that your dim layer override is in place first, and you've got a much quicker way of going around and placing dimensions on your AutoCAD drawings.